Assalamu alaikum. I think Nigerians are taking this politics issue to another level. This time around, a pastor is telling his congregation that they need to vote for someone. If they don't vote for the person, he's going to flog them in the check there. Well, let us watch the video, then I'll come back with my comment on that.
If you did not vote Peter Obi, what I will do to you in this church, it won't be good for you. If I didn't flog you in this church, know that my name is not Kapomo Boy. On Sunday, I will ask those who vote for Peter Obi to raise up their hands. I will see the ink self anyway. If you didn't vote for Peter Obi, you are in trouble in this church because I will beat you. I will not beat you with prayers. I will beat you physically. Don't vote your ballot.
So guys, actually this pastor is telling his congregation that if you do not vote for Peter Obi, he's going to beat you physically. And it's making me like I was there. Definitely you'll be scared, you understand? Well, I understand from the perspective which is saying. Anybody can interpret anything you say at their parole. Somebody can be angry for what he has just said. Somebody can be annoyed. But I want to interpret this in a very funny way, you understand? Or in a very lively way. So first of all, it could come from a perspective that, you know, he's saying it in a form of a humor, just to make fun, or he's saying something that he really wants to tell his congregation. Well, he's putting it in a funny way. So if the congregation knows that their pastor is funny or he creates humor this way, then I don't think the church members will be offended if he talks like it, because they already know that is how he talks. That's number one. Point number two, it can also be from a perspective of a father telling his, child or his son what to do and what not to do. And if a father is telling a child what to do and what not to do, the child doesn't have an option. The child will just obey. And that is one thing I realize about churches and their congregation in Africa here. People who go to church, they look at their pastors like their fathers. They really respect them to the highest level. And that is why, to some extent, they even listen to them, their fathers or their husbands, or you understand, they raise their pastors at a very high level, that they see them as their fathers. Whatever the pastor says, they do not say anything extra, even if they do not like it. And there's advantage to that and there's disadvantage to that. Well, if you look at the advantage aspect, it's just easy. We, from a Muslim perspective, we do not really regard our malams like that. I'm not saying all of us. There are some people who really respect their malams like that and their imams like that. When the imam says something, they will listen. But a lot of us are different. Some people, when they bring an issue to the imam and the imam looks at it, then they handle the issue. After they handle the issue and the imam said, okay, this is how we need to handle it, it's okay, the person is not satisfied, he will leave the imam and go to a different person to go and seek for help. Let me give you an example. Let's say an issue happened and the imam tells the person that, oh no, yes, the way we have handled it is okay, but let us leave it to Allah. Allah will handle it. Let us put our trust in Almighty Allah. Allah will make a way. The person will just be sitting in front of the imam, be saying, After he left the imam, he has gone to a different place. Either he's gone to the police, or he's taking the issue to a chief, or he's taking it to another place. So when that happens, if you are the imam and you realize that somebody you have helped deal with this issue and he is not satisfied with the way you handle it and he leaves behind you and goes, you will definitely be disappointed. And that is what a lot of our imams are going. This kind of respect they do not get from a lot of the people who come to their mosque. They do not get that respect. The imams do not get that kind of respect. People are not satisfied with that, what the conclusion they come with, and when they come into conclusion, they leave, then they sell them out and go to a different place. But the Christians, those committed Christians, they are not like that. When their pastor tells them, that is where they are going, whether they like it or they don't like it, they will still follow what their pastor say. And that is the advantage aspect of listening. But the disadvantage of it is that when the pastor tells them to do something that is against their religion, but they will still have to do it, you understand, because they are listening to their pastor. But from Muslim perspective, we are really encouraged not to listen to anybody if the person tells us to do something that is haram. Now, from that perspective, I can say that maybe the pastor is telling his congregation, the congregation believes in him and they trust in him and they believe in his judgment. So if the congregation is telling his congregation to vote for this person, maybe it is from that line, and it will not be from a line of interpreting it as forcing them. One thing I also want you to know is that this is something that is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria politics, is very serious, my brother. So a pastor is in the church and is telling his people like this. This is also happening in Ghana too. You understand? So in Ghana here, it doesn't come like the way this man said his own. Ghana here, the pastor don't tell the congregation, if you don't vote for this person, I'll flog you. No, it comes in a different way. They put it in the form of a prophecy. So during politics time, you see Ghanaian politics, hey, Ghanaian pastors, this one I prophesied this, and I had dreamt this, and then it has been shown unto me like this. They are all doing politics. They are all doing politics. You understand? So in Africa, the way politics is infiltrating religion these days is very scary. And if you are a religious leader, you need to be very careful it doesn't conquer you. But with all, I just say love. I do not say that you should go and vote for anyone. I'm not in Nigeria. I'm not doing politics for Nigeria. So please don't attach me to any political party. I'm only commenting on what the pastor said. Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Are you looking for a genuine place to buy a land in Ghana? A land where you will not have any problem with any chief or land guard? Kindly contact Onomos Realty to buy a land somewhere around Kaswa South at Seaside Estate. Their land is amazing with land title. Contact them now. Please, if you sincerely want to support me continue making more videos, kindly go to my YouTube channel Imo Risadat and subscribe and press the bell button. Kindly do that, then you come and continue watching this video.
هنا مروا وكانوا قدوة للناس